artichoke, guys. Isn't that awesome? Look at that. My goodness. So I think I'm going to plant some more of these babies in the garden this year. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heads on here. It looks like there's another little baby head starting right there. But it's so otherworld almost. That is just gorgeous. Look at that. My goodness. Well, let's get on with the garden tour, guys. Good morning, guys. Laura here from Hedgehog's Homestead. We just had a nasty storm last night, and I was just tying some things up, and now I'm out here trying to pick up some of the mess. And I thought I'd give you an impromptu weedy garden tour. I am not good with the heat, and I really struggle. And so after my chores are done, I don't want to come out here after my chores are done with the animals, because I just struggle with the heat. And so I thought I'd just give you a garden tour anyways of what's going on and just show you everything. Even though it's a weedy mess, it's still producing a lot of food. One of the major crops right now is zucchini, beans, and pumpkins. Tomatoes are starting to come on like crazy, but I just thought I'd show you what's happening. Okay, first we have a pumpkin vine here, and this is why it's kind of hard to weed too, because you don't want to step on a pumpkin vine. We got a pumpkin there, and our pull-out pumpkin. There's another pumpkin there. We have another pumpkin right here, and these are beautiful pumpkins. And then this vine, before I could get to it, I talk a lot about pest control that you can use, but I don't use it most of the time. So even though I said you guys could spray, we were dealing with a lot of cucumber beetles. And neem oil is the thing for cucumber beetles, but I never sprayed it on here. So that's what's going on there. This is our tomatoes. They are starting to grow, that we took from suckers, but they're a little sickly. But you know, we've had either lots of rain or lots of sun. This is a dog tomato that it looks like I need to tie up, but look at there, we got a little fruit happening from there. Dog tomato meaning this is something that I collected in either the front of our house or the back of our house, where the dogs love to have tomatoes as a treat, and so they plant tomatoes for me. Here is another huge, gorgeous pumpkin that I think is almost done. We're going to wait until that vine is ready to harvest, but looking beautiful. This is zucchini. Looks like something's gotten to this. This is my rhubarb here, and got some pest damage on the rhubarb, which is kind of unusual. Another pumpkin there. I planted lots of beans there, and for some reason beans don't like that spot. So I'm collecting a lot of cardboard in here, laying it down and putting wood chips on top, but still having trouble with weeds. These are both zucchini, and they've kind of, with the storm, kind of laying over kind of weird. And then mixed in with the zucchini, you got a pumpkin vine on the end here. And there's a little zucchini almost ready to harvest there. This is, what is this? Some kind of melon. This is watermelon that's going crazy, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I know that there's one under here, but I gotta be careful. 5 watermelons on there. And so this is our asparagus bed. which has lots of weeds in it, and I need to get out here and weed. Oh, look at there, another little one. Our asparagus is, it's so windy here. They are kind of trumped over and dealing with a lot of crazy stuff. Squash bugs on there. And we have another pumpkin there. And another pumpkin here. Beautiful pumpkin. More squash. This is where our mint is growing. We had potatoes growing there. We dumped a bunch of our compost in here because it's ready to go in beds. I need to cover that, bring that compost and put it in this bed here. This is our thyme. That's a melon or a mullein that I need to pull out of there, and some weeds. We had a bunch of carrots in here, and most of them got ate by rabbits. So earlier I was out here tying up these tomatoes. This tomato, that tomato, and there's a tomato on the end there that are all dog tomatoes. And these tomatoes are being attacked by a hornworm. I noticed that earlier today. I do have some red tomatoes on here, but we'll wait to harvest those. Then you get damage like this, which is deer damage. We have plans to redo this whole garden and take care of the pressure that we have of deer pressure and rabbit pressure in this garden. Hornworm damage. Just noticed this. Yeah, not happy about it at all. This is a dog plant, and look at all that we're getting off of this plant. We do have a lot of damage from all the storms, and that's the way it is. But this one must be more disease resistant, whatever the dogs planted, because it's nice and green. This is another melon. I haven't got any fruit on it, so I don't remember. It's probably pumpkin, but the bees were on this earlier. So the squash bugs are, I'm starting to see squash bug damage and squash bug, there we go, squash bug eggs. So you just want to squish those squash bug eggs. And you guys want to see what a baby squash bug looks like? See that little gray thing right there? That is a baby squash bug. And when they're first born, they look like little spiders almost. So this one is being taken over by squash bugs. And I kind of let the natural progression go through most of the time, guys. So I'm going to get I just overplant. I'm going to get two beautiful pink pumpkins from here. And then it's dying off. And that's fine with me. Something else will go in its place, like beans or whatever I have time for. Right now, probably tomorrow, I will be planting our fall crops, getting those started. Under here we have beans galore, and the rabbits haven't found those yet. Cross my fingers. Beans, they have found these. They got under there. You can see, if you look very carefully, all the tips of the beans are cut off. Yeah, not so happy about that. And then over here we have more squash, and we have two squash babies on there, 1, 2, and this is hanging over the edge because of the storm. We have more squash over here, or zucchini, I should say. That's zucchini as well. We have a lot of zucchini in the garden. Zucchini over there. Another pumpkin vine here that's starting to really take off. This was an itty bitty baby just a little bit ago. Another zucchini here. And then We got mullein growing crazy in here. I wish I knew what to do with these. If anybody knows, leave information below. This is beans in here, and as you can see, a rabbit's gotten into there and eaten off all those beans. So it's been really hard to fight the rabbits for the beans around here. Over here I've got some lettuce bolting, and that's what I want, so that's good. Some more pumpkin. This is a little white pumpkin, might turn pink. And then out of here earlier, more pumpkin over there. There's another little pumpkin on there. This is our corn. It's not doing well because I planted it too close together. I believe this is our Armenian squash, which is a heat-loving squash. And it tastes like cucumber. So that's what this is, I believe. And then we have over here our more zucchini. We got three zucchinis on there. And this has been squashed by the wind and the storm there. That's that little pumpkin I was showing you guys from across the other side. Another zucchini over here that's just starting. And another zucchini under there that's just starting. This whole bed was cilantro. Hopefully it's dropped some seeds and we'll have cilantro there. Again, nothing growing up the trellis. I should have trained some of this stuff up the trellis, but I had beans all planted on this side. And they were going to go up and over the trellis. But the rabbits. We have baby rabbits under our tiny house, and they are eating everything in sight. Tomatoes we'll be picking, which we've already started picking. This is carrot plant right here, and you see them all growing through our tomatoes. These are Denver carrot, and we are waiting for them to go to seed. So it looks like we're going to have tons of seed, which I am excited about. This is a good time of year to make sure you're taking the tops of your basil. Don't let them go to seed like that, or you won't have. It just will bolt on you. What I need to do is do a good harvest of my basil and cut it like more than halfway down. And you want to cut it in an area where, like right in here, where you got two leaves coming off each side. See, one there and one there. You cut it like that, but I'm going to cut it like way down where that is, and then we'll have another flush of basil. And my plan with my basil is to make some pesto. So the tomatoes are doing fantastic, almost to the top of the trellis, everywhere except where the hornworms are getting it. So we will take a black light out here tonight, and that's how we catch our hornworms, unless I can find it now, which I usually have pretty good luck finding it during the day, because what I look for, guys, is I look for a little area where there's some poop on another leaf above it or below it, usually. If you find like a little black manure pile and you look above that, and you usually have your hornworm. So that is a biggie right there. You see them? So let's grab this guy. And you know who loves hornworms? chickens love hornworms. You want to see? There we go. Revenge on the hornworm. That is a big one. That is a big hornworm, and he was getting bigger eating off of my tomatoes. So usually have pretty good luck finding them during the day, and that you can see all the damage on here. That could be just from that one hornworm, but I am going to keep my eyes out, guys, because that was up here. So there could be another one. Acorn squash, that's what that is. So we have one acorn squash baby there. And, sorry, old people problems. There's another baby acorn on there, which hasn't really got its shape yet, but isn't it cute? So we'll keep an eye out for those hornworms. And there we go. So we tied up our tomatoes. Hopefully them cutting the top of this tomato plants off aren't going to affect it. I think this one's going to be fine because this is the main leader on that one. So I think we'll be fine on those tomatoes, and hopefully guys, I can find some more of those little buggers. One of the things you can do about rabbits, doesn't work real well here in Tennessee, but if you're in a pretty dry climate, is you can put down blood meal all around the crops that they're going after. And that works pretty well. Works for a couple days here in Tennessee, and then it rains really hard and it evaporates into the ground and then it's gone. So we're just going to build a better fence. The problem with rabbits is that they will literally have their kits in your garden, and then you're dealing with tons of rabbits in your garden in no time. We have had some kits born in our garden at the beginning of the fall season of last year, and they passed because they unfortunately it was too cold, and I think it was a young mother. So that is it for our garden tour today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, our Weedy garden tour. God bless you guys, and we'll see you guys next time here on Hedgehog's Homestead. Bye.